Welcome to Pioneer Viewpoint. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Caleb. Greater Nashville is leading the nation with the fastest job growth in high-tech jobs, and Gallatin Economic Development Agency says Gallatin is no exception. According to CBRE's latest Tech 30 2023 report, our region has become the top market for high-tech job growth. In fact, nearly 30,000 new jobs have been created in the last 2 years.
The governor is asking the General Assembly to expand the school voucher programs across the state. It currently allows tax money to cover tuition of students going to private schools in just 3 counties. Under the governor's proposal, 20,000 scholarships would be awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. Those opposed say that private institutions will have no accountability for that money.
If working with STEM is your thing, then you may want to take some of Vol State's mechatronics classes. Sam Wilson has a story.
So mechatronics is mechanical and electrical engineering being mixed together. They have a lot of overlap, so mechatronics is an engineering program that works on that overlap. So there's a lot of interface with electrical and mechanical, along with some computer science type stuff, and then anything that's technology.
What's some of the most interesting equipment here?
Probably our robots are pretty interesting. We have some students working on automated systems over there where they're programming the machines, so they're a lot of fun. Servo drives, we got pneumatic hydraulic stuff in here. We have machines that build stuff, so we have some donated stuff too. We have a packaging machine. Some of the other machines we rebuild and make them automated from what they were to something else.
What's the kind of stuff that students can make here in the class?
So they're pretty much making systems that are running technology. So a lot of it's driving motors, but we use air or hydraulics a lot too. So we have what are called pneumatic or hydraulic motors too. But they're pretty much moving parts into different stations that'll then maybe put parts together, create a product, and then send them off to be packaged and then shipped. All our courses are entry level. So if you don't have any background, you can come in and we'll teach it all. Our basic programs, our courses are electrical, mechanical motor drives, belt, gear, chain drives, pneumatic hydraulic systems, and then PLC programming. Most people aren't going to have experience with the PLC programming, but we do teach all that. So I think you just need to be a person that wants to learn how things work, willing to take things apart and put them back together. Pretty much have to have some patience, I think, with that too. But pretty much an interest in technology, why things do what they do.
Students with food insecurity can find help at Vol State. Lori Bergman steps into the feed.
This is the Wood Building, and inside the Wood Building is the wonderful support system for all Vol State students called the Feed. The Feed is located near the Student Engagement Office and cafeteria. I recently spoke to someone who volunteers with the Feed.
Lillian, tell us about the Feed.
This is the Feed. We have lots of different resources and opportunities for students here, not only to volunteer, get Tennessee Promise hours, but also just to use the resources that we have here for students. So, and I am involved with this and get involved with this because I believe, students, especially at Vol State, should have access to everything that they need in order to be able to fulfill their duties as a student.
Yes.
And so, which nutrition is a huge part of that, as
Yes,
we all know.
it is.
But yeah, the feed process is really simple and really quick. We usually have students come in here, scan this QR code, and then they're given 2 bags. We have bags number 1 and number 2, and those just have basic necessities and basic needs of them. And of course, you see we have an array of other supplies around here. And if students need extra things, we can accommodate that, like paper towel rolls, different toiletries that they might need. And we have just recently added on frozen fruits that we periodically store in. If people are looking to donate or help out with the feed, the biggest thing that we love is just non-perishables. Canned foods, boxed foods, those are generally the things we need most. And of course, it looks like we have lots of cans already, and this is great, but we are always, running low. And so it's always a good thing to have, backups and other things. We also love donations of snacks of any kind, because we keep snacks at the student services desk, and we also just keep them readily available for students. Also, the feed is always open. We can always come and take students here if they need it whenever, but we also have, periodically through the semester, various days where we can allow students just to come in, grab their food, and go out. That's when we have those hours that Tennessee Promise students can sign up for to get their volunteer hours. There is no qualifications or requirements to be able to use the feed. It is for all Ball State students.
If you would like to volunteer or donate, contact Tabitha through the Student Engagement Office. I'm Lori Bergman with Pioneer Viewpoint.
As the end of the semester closes in, lots of students are looking at getting in the Tennessee Promise service hours. Freddie investigated a fun way to check off that box.
It's been fun. A lot of kids have come in because they know they can get Tennessee Promise hours as volunteers, and then they stay because they love it. And that's what I really like when I get a student come in here and they're like, yeah, can I get some Tennessee Promise hours? And then you show them what it's like to be on the radio. And then they have their friends listen, and then they're hooked. It's contagious.
Miss Monk also explained what kind of music they play on Vol State's radio station.
It's commercial music. We have actually 2 stations, HD1, which is an analog station that you can hear over any radio that you have. HD2 is our country station, and that's all fresh country music. The students go online to find out what's the hottest country songs, and those are the ones we add to our playlist. So they have a lot to say with what we're playing on that station. The Classic Hits station, it's a mix of so many different types of music because some students may want to work for a rock station, so we've got rock hits there. Some students may want to work for a pop station, so some of that's mixed in there. The key is to get songs that don't sound like they're clashing with each other, and that's what we try to do with our station.
And lastly, Miss Monk explains what a student could gain out of working at Vol State's radio station.
Well, they can first of all get a line on their resume saying that they've worked for 2,000 watt radio station, which is pretty impressive. They can say what they've done at the station, whether or not they've done public service announcements or campus clips, or whether they've been a newscaster, and that's a really cool thing. Or maybe they want to be a sportscaster and they've done play-by-play for the basketball team. So there's a variety of things they can do.
With an exciting team full of talent that supports each other, the radio station is looking really cheerful this holiday season.
It's been a tense season for Tennessee teams. Here's a look at sports.
I'm Emma with your Pioneer Sports. The Preds are on a hot streak. Roman Yossi had a goal and 2 assists over the weekend, as the Preds beat the Jets 3-2 for their 5th win in a row. Yakov Trenin and Gustav Nyquist also scored, and Yus Saros made 33 saves. Nashville sits in 5th place in the Central Division with a 10-10 record overall. The Titans are celebrating a 17-10 win over the Panthers over the weekend. The Titans improved their home record this season to 4-1. The Panthers' top receiver, Adam Thielen, was held to just 1 catch for 2 yards. Titans running back Derrick Henry tallied 78 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Henry also surpassing 9,000 career rushing yards during the game. Tennessee quarterback Joe Milton threw for 4 touchdowns and rushed for 2 more to help lift the Volunteers to a 48-22 win over Vanderbilt. The Vols are now 8-4 on the season as the Commodores fall to 2-10. UT went into the game regrouping after back-to-back losses to Missouri and Georgia. The Lady Vols volleyball team will be the number 10 national seed in the NCAA tournament. Tennessee will play host to Western Kentucky and Coastal Carolina. It's the first time that UT has hosted since 2011. Vol State men's basketball is on the road this weekend, and next they visit Cleveland State on Saturday and take on Calhoun the following Saturday. I'm Emma, and that's your Pioneer Sports.
Hope you unpacked your winter coats. Here's the latest forecast.
I'm Jared with your Pioneer forecast. We have mostly sunny skies today and mostly clear skies tonight, but it's definitely feeling like winter, so double check those pipes. The high today will only hit 9 and the low drops to 6. Yeah, extra blanket weather. Tomorrow will also be sunny, but expect clouds moving in for the evening. Still very cold, the high 11, the low dropping to 9. Sunday also looks chilly, but mostly sunny. Clouds completely gone by evening, the high will be around 10. The low hitting only 2, dropping to 0, below 0 in Portland. I'm Jared, and that's a look at your Pioneer forecast.
I think I might need to invest in a fire pit. Anyway, that wraps up this edition of Pioneer Viewpoint. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Caleb. Thanks for watching.